I finally got tired of paying highway taxes on the diesel that I use in my tractors and hauling little 5-gallon cans back and forth all the time. So I found this tank set up on Vevor, and I actually bought this with my own money. I really wanted this to help make my life a little bit easier, and it arrived. You can see it came in good shape. The FedEx girl picked the box right out of the truck and went to hand it to me. She saw the look on my face. She said, "Well, where would you like me to put it, sir?" I thought that was funny, but strong little girl. But anyhow, this is what the tank looks like. Now it's a polyethylene tank, I think. It's got about 1/2-inch thick walls, and it comes with a pump and everything all ready to go. You're supposed to be able to just put diesel in this and go, and I really couldn't find any videos about them or anything like this. And actually, it's perfectly clean on the inside. Worried there might be some stuff in there. And it comes with a hose. This one here, that fitting's a little bit tough to get in. You got to twist the whole hose and make sure you tighten it down good with a big wrench so it doesn't twist loose when you wrap the hose around. That was about the worst fitting. But it does go together pretty easy. And the thing with off-road diesel is most suppliers won't fill 5-gallon containers. They don't want to waste their time. They want at least a 50 or 100-gallon tank, so that's why I went this way. And there's a nice nozzle it came with. And the only thing wrong with it when it arrived is this little plastic cap over the breather vent for when it pumps out is cracked. You can see a little tab broken off there. But I took a little super glue to it, and in the end I wound up fixing it. I didn't bother with anything else. So that's pretty much what it looks like, and the whole thing folds up, and you can lock it up there, and really looks nice. No damage in shipping or anything. And one thing, one trouble is this only comes in red, and in New York, red means gas. So, and you can't carry more than 25 gallons of gas in your vehicle. So I had to make up some stickers for it. I cut some yellow vinyl on my Cameo 4, quickly made some stickers and, put them on there. You can see, just diesel fuel only on there. So if I ever get stopped, it shouldn't be a problem because you can carry all the diesel you want, I guess. And I made some of the little fire symbols and stuff and got the tank all jazzed up there. Not sure how long they'll stick on there with the polyethylene, but, I wiped it with alcohol first, so they seem to be on there pretty good for now. So that's what it looks like. I got things on the other side. Nice little swivel on the hose. You can see it's about 13 feet long, I think, from the tank, so really going to be nice. I'll be able to reach the tractors and fill them up and save me a lot of dragging the cans and stuff. One thing I did find is the screws to mount the pump were both sides were only halfway tightened, so they had to be tightened. And I loaded in my truck to go down tomorrow and get some diesel fuel. In the meantime, I'll show you what I've been doing. I got this rack and these got 7 diesel cans there actually in the gas cans, and I've been hauling them. I use 80 to 100 gallons of diesel a year for mowing and snow blowing and stuff. So, it's always a pain, and you always smell like diesel. Well, next morning I ran down, got the tank not filled. I put 50 gallons in it. It's a little bit over 3/4. It would take 8 more gallons, but I didn't want to take any chances with a new tank. I figured I'd check it out first. And as you can see, absolutely 0 leaks or spills from driving it home and, having to slosh around in there and stuff. So that worked out good. And one of the big problems was the way it goes in the truck. I turned it sideways and had to be spun around, and I had put a giant plastic bag under there that got kind of all tangled up under it and made everything worse because I didn't know if it was going to leak or anything. So spinning around takes a little while because this tank full, it's got about 350 pounds of diesel in it. And then one thing about it is the forklift prongs where they go through, they're extremely narrow. So you have to move them way in. Turned out it was pretty stable, but I plan on making a special pallet for it in the future that's got a little containment tank in the bottom and wider spread forks, so it'll be really easy to be put in and out the other way sideways. So I just wanted to show you, though, it's easy to get on and off with the forklift, so No, just one big tank, probably twice a year, instead of hauling a bunch of 5-gallon cans all the time. And my truck's a little bit on an angle, so it was kind of tough getting it in there. Plus, you can see that plastic bag caught on the fork, so I had to fight a little bit. But really, it wasn't that bad. And then once it's on there, it's easy to move around. That lift, I tell you, I bought that like over 20 years, or about 20 years ago, just before I moved up here. And I use that for picking up like 2,500 pound Bridgeport and stuff like that. So it's a strong little lift that really does a good job, and it's super simple and will run forever. But anyhow, let's set this tank down. So, you can see this probably isn't for everybody going this way. Some people it's easier for the small tanks, but for me, I just didn't want to pay the tax anymore. I pay enough for diesel fuel, and I also want to make sure that I have it should there be a shortage or anything like that. And then I had this cart in my shop that I didn't use for anything anymore, and figured I'd throw it on there. Thought I could put it across sideways, but the cart wasn't quite wide enough for it. So I piddled with it for a second that way, and decided it didn't look good, so then I figured I'd take the one end off it that was in the way there, so I could put it on long ways. And like I said, this is just temporary until I get a nice pallet with a containment vessel figured out. But pretty much it will be mobile, and I'll be able to roll it over under my pallet racks and push it out of the way, and then just pull it out and fill the tractors up whenever I need to. And just putting some cardboard under because there was some oil and stuff soaked into this thing. And it really, I was really amazed how nice this looks and the quality of it stuff. Really, they do make a bigger one too, but this was, I figured I don't want to store fuel over 6 months, so, this one should work perfect for me. And again, takes a while to get it unloaded and loaded and stuff, but it's it's only a couple times a year, so that'll be easy. And then it comes with these 12-volt alligator clips, really nice, big, heavy alligator clips, and I threw my shop battery down there for now. Can leave it right on the cart, leave it hooked up. And, it's just a 12-volt pump on there. And this is going to be my first try, so, God knows what'll happen, but we'll find out in a second. So, turned it on and pump ran. A little bit loud, it's kind of like it should have rubber mounts under it. It's mounted on that plastic tank that's hollow, half hollow, so a lot of the noise comes from that, but figured my tractors are both full now, so I figured I'd just take a 5-gallon can and just see how long it takes to pump it full. Now I've got it down underground, but you can have it up in the air. It doesn't matter. It's got a really nice strong pump. So in the beginning, it took a while to get that filter primed there, I think. Because there was air in the whole system, and there's a long tube going down to the bottom of the tank and stuff. So it took a little while to get that primed, and then once it primed, I just put it in the tank. I held it wide open there just to see if the auto shut-off nozzle works, and I was going to put 5 gallons in this can. And it took about 30 seconds to put 5 gallons in from the time it started pumping, so looks like it is close to the 10 gallons per minute that they rated at. And then when the can actually got full, it shut itself off. You can see right there I had the nozzle still squeezed tight, and it shut itself off. So the whole auto shut off feature works. So it's just like going to a gas station almost. I really can't wait to get to use this summer. I did find one leak. I never tightened the filter up. I guess I should have checked it because everything else was a little bit loose, and tightened that up and wiped up the couple drips there, and that fixed that. So basically it looks like it's going to work good. I don't know how long this pump will last or anything, but I think it's a really nice setup. I was going to buy a steel tank, but that would have cost me another couple $100, and they get rusty and crap on the bottom too. So I think this is really a nice option if anybody, has tractors or equipment that they use and, want to even leave it in the back of your truck and use it in the field. So now I'm going to bore you to death showing you what I used to go through with these cans to fill up my tractors. I put 5 gallons in at a time. And these New York cans are not really that easy to use. They don't flow that fast. And you can see I'm an outlaw. I drilled a hole in the cans and I put my own vents in there just so that it wouldn't take a half hour to empty one. But, this is how long it was taking me before to put the diesel in. You had to hold the can up in the air there. And I just can't do it anymore. So this will make it really easy. Plus, you get all the stink back out of it when you're standing right over it trying to hold the can up. And I have to tell you, I've been given some items by Vevor, and I bought a bunch of stuff too now from them, and I just have no complaints about anything yet. Everything seems to be a good alternative to for home use and stuff like that. I mean, you might not want to use this for a business where get hit with shovels and stuff in the back of a truck. That's where steel would probably be best. But, for just careful usage at home, I think this is, really a great solution. And you can see this, 5 gallons still going back in there, and that's as fast as it goes when you're pouring through those New York nozzles there. So that's really going to speed things up when I can do what takes a couple minutes in 30 seconds. Plus, I'll have a supply of diesel now that I don't have to worry about running out to get it and, running out in the middle of mowing or something like that. Alright, so we almost got it all back in there. So I just wanted to share this and, show you it's an option if you have some small equipment or something like that. Plus, you wind up saving on the road taxes and stuff on the diesel. Too bad you can't buy off-road gasoline and find something like this for gas too, but that just doesn't store as long. So, in the end, I just thought I'd show you exactly what it looked like and stuff because I really haven't seen any other videos there. And I'll put some links down in the description, and if you want to look into them a little bit more. But that's it, and it looks like it's going to work good for me. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.